So I think what's interesting this year is that we've seen healthcare stocks and pharmaceutical stocks in particular do extremely well relative to the market for the first time in a long time. I think there are a lot of factors driving that for healthcare generally. We certainly had a veil of tremendous uncertainty over the group last year and even the year before with the specter of healthcare reform. Now we've got, sort of the outlines of reform, and I think the feeling is generally that Washington is going to be embroiled in elections, and so very little is going to be done from here on healthcare in general. Last year, we had the big beta trade where the market was very focused on those companies leveraged to the economic recovery. And now I think there's somewhat of a concern that the rubber won't meet the road, and we've got some headwinds for the economy, namely oil, et cetera. And so that has created an environment where investors are predisposed to be a little more defensive. And healthcare stocks are very inexpensive relative to other defensive sectors like household products, et cetera. So the group has certainly been one that people are focused on recently and has had strong performance. Pharmaceuticals, in addition to those macro issues, I think are also benefiting from accelerating cash flows, largely due to mergers and cost cutting. We also, for the first time in a long time, have new products on the horizon. So Bristol had great news with ipilimumab, both in first and second line malignant melanoma. Pfizer has tofacitinib, which would be an oral rheumatoid arthritis drug. We're awaiting the critical Aristotle study for apixaban, which is for stroke reduction and atrial fibrillation. That's partnered between Bristol and Pfizer. And just recently, both Merck and Vertex had new therapies approved, protease inhibitors for hepatitis C, which basically double the level of efficacy of the prior standard of care. So I think things are looking up from the new product perspective. They really had nowhere to go but up, and that too is creating a better tone for the sector and the marketplace.